and that my passion wasn't going to flourish around a bunch of people that make me feel some type of way when I am doing that passion. So why would I even bring you around to benefit from the fruits of my labor when you never even watered the plants in the first place during their growth period? I get mad at myself because I just missed out on an opportunity to have a cool shot in a video because I cared so much about what other people thought, even though their opinions don't matter. People are always going to talk, no matter if it's good or if it's bad. So you might as well do whatever the fuck you want.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing.
Jumbo everyone, welcome back, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about they make fun of you until they're asking you how you did it, and also the art of being yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is just going to be a quick lighthearted video just because I wanted to film really quickly. Obviously I'm filming last minute. As you can see, this is being filmed the day before I'm supposed to upload. Anyways, besides the point, I think I kind of just wanted to document and talk about my little like journey, I guess, when it comes to content creation, and also just like being me in itself and knowing that all of this is going to be worth it in the end, especially with me having this as my archival. And I say this so many times in all my videos, no matter how many views it gets, no matter how many likes, I'm still going to try to post consistently, because I know at the end of the day that when I do finally blow up, or when I do finally have that moment of being well known, all of the work that I have put in the past will have been worth it. The main reason why I had this idea to make this video in the first place is just because of some stuff that I've seen on TikTok, which I will be including that video now.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but documenting your life, especially on vacation, and pretending you're making a vlog, like if you're some sort of celebrity or an influencer, is actually a lot of fun. Not because of the outcome of the video, but you're actually gonna look back at the memories and be like, damn, like this is fire. I actually just came from a trip right now, and I'm seeing... So we're heading to the north. I'm just looking back. I just lived this, right? But the fact that I kind of put this together and I'm like, wow, like I'm actually time traveling and I have this as a memory now is insane. And this also happens for example, this is me in Peru, and I'm just kind of walking down memory lane right now, just like reminiscing on everything that I did. And again, this hasn't even been edited. I haven't even touch this footage or anything, but the point is that even just looking back at the footage, even if you're not going to post it on YouTube or no one really cares about your life or your travels, it's still a great memory to have, even better than pictures. And you'll actually find a lot of satisfaction in knowing that you have these videos and you can just relive in that moment because you actually chose to film it.
And also, basically, just from what he said, it really resonated with me because I went to Louisiana for my sister's graduation, which you guys will be seeing within the next couple of weeks. And whenever it comes to vlogging, I'm typically used to being around people who are used to me vlogging, so they don't really make it a point to say something about me vlogging. But I was around, you know, my sister's friends, and then also my mom, which I haven't been around in a while, and, you know, actually having my camera and vlogging. I've known my sister's best friend since I was a literal child, so what she says to me, like, I look at her as a sister, so it doesn't really like offend me, but it's more so like I did find myself getting a little bit defensive about what I do, and that is where I had to take a step back and being like, you don't always have to over explain yourself to people who aren't trying to understand you. So the first instance was we were out getting lunch right after we had landed, and I'm, you know, trying to record my food and just whatever, and she like had asked me questions. She's like, so why do you record? Can we just like be in the moment? And I've heard that comment about being in the moment so much to try to come for people who have a knack when it comes to recording, and I need y'all to stop it, okay? If I'm not recording anything personal or private or intimate, then it shouldn't be a big deal that I'm recording in the first place. I'm gonna be talking about this a little bit later on, but to the people who record and, you know, content creation is their thing, you guys understand where I'm coming from. Real quick as well, this is gonna be one of the last sit down videos that I do for a little bit, just because I have vlog after vlog after vlog coming up. So I'm just warning y'all now, so you're like, where's the sit down videos, bitch? You can look at my life. Thank you. But like I was saying, she had commented about it, but my rebuttal every single time is I get paid to do this. After being on YouTube for 13 years, I think just about last year, I finally got monetized and I finally got my first paycheck from YouTube, which made it all the more real. It showed me that if I really dedicate myself to being consistent, posting every single week like I said I would at Wednesday at 3:15 p.m. and also just keeping up with it, having having new ideas, planning ahead, it allows me to be like, yeah, this is what I want to do. But when you're around people, like I said, who aren't really used to you filming, they're gonna say something. And I low-key had to talk to my mom about this because my mom knows you literally supported me being this type of child. You are my Leo mother. Where do you think I started the taking the pictures? You! So that's where I had to tell her, I'm like, I really don't appreciate, you know that I vlog, you know that I make YouTube videos, you know that I always record everything. So I don't appreciate, because it almost feels like kind of like a, you knew who the fuck I was when you met me, and you're gonna try to make me feel some type of way for recording when you knew that's like already what I do. And the main reason why I had this video titled the way that it is they'll make fun of you until they're asking you how you do it, is because people so many of the times care about what everybody else is thinking, and it stops you from being your full authentic self. It stops you from actually pursuing the things that you want to pursue. And then when you stop listening to the outside noise and you actually hone in on what you're passionate about, everything will start to flourish after that. So that's why I had to like not check my mom, but just like respectfully tell her, like, girly, you know who I am, you know I record everything, you know I take pictures of everything, and you know that this is low-key a job to me. If I'm getting paid off of this and it's literally just me sitting in front of a camera yapping and I can get paid to do that, why wouldn't I do that? So that's where I just like, you know, I felt some type of way because I did feel myself getting defensive a little bit, but then I have to remember these people know who I am. These people know that YouTube and content creation and just recording in general is a part of who I am. So even if I have to respectfully say something like, hey, I don't like it when you try to call me out and you try to say, oh, let's just enjoy the moment. You can enjoy the moment and I can be in the moment with the camera sitting there and me completely forgetting about it. Because that's also how I catch some of the best moments, is when I'm recording and not caring about what other people think. Like I said, with being monetized on YouTube, it has definitely helped me to show me that as long as I'm consistent, things will start to pay off. I'm not saying I get a paycheck every single month from YouTube, because even with me being consistent, it still isn't enough to get a paycheck every single month. You do have to hit that $100 threshold before you get a paycheck. And it's also like, it depends on the topic of videos that I make. Like I say, I don't like to conform and I don't like to put myself in a box based off of my channel and what I want to show. I want to show everything on this channel. Therefore, I'm not constricting myself. I will do sit down videos, I will do vlogging videos, and I will do, you know, like other types of videos. But at the same time, I don't get paid every single month. And even though I don't get paid every single month, I'm still extremely grateful that, you know, a video that I'm like, you know what, I decided to film this the day before, I'm gonna film, edit, and upload all on the same day. Those videos usually blow up. Like my When White Girls Want to Be Ghetto, and even the video that I just filmed about like Love Island, that whole little series that I made, I wasn't expecting it to like, you know, blow up the way that it did, but I am extremely grateful because those videos blowing up allowed me to get a little paycheck. So obviously, yes, I'm going to keep doing the things that I'm doing as long as I'm getting paid for it. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee and I was gonna get employee of the month, and that's on period. I don't know about y'all, but like that TikTok said, I love being able to time travel. I can go back 2 years ago and see exactly what I was doing on my 20th birthday, and then also on my 21st birthday and how I spent that in Bali, and also my 22nd birthday and how I spent that in the Dominican Republic. And even though it's an hour long, I literally make movies of myself to be able to go back and watch. A lot of the times people say like, you know, I really don't care about the views and all that other stuff. Neither do I. As much as, yes, being monetized is what I want, I've always said many times that YouTube is my niche. I'm not good. I don't want to say I'm not good, but like I'm just not as passionate about short form content than I am long form content. You can show so much more of your personality, who you are, what you're doing throughout the day with long form content. And I feel like with short form content, it's almost like people know that they have a short attention span, which is why they go for short form content. But if you're going on YouTube, you know that you're going to be watching a video for at least minimum of 3 to 5 minutes. So it's like, I like showing my personality more on YouTube than short form content. But like I said, I love being able to go back and reminisce and seeing what I was doing on each of my birthdays, but also it's a literal movie of my life. It's also kind of funny to say that like, yes, my kids will be able to go back and watch my YouTube videos from 20, 30 years ago and be like, wow, mom, you were so cool. And I'm like, I know. It's almost like having a reality TV show, but being able to actually be yourself, not it being scripted, and edit it yourself. It's like, that's what I like to think of it as. It's like my mini reality TV series. If I want to do a sit down video, I'm going to do a sit down video. If I want to do a vlog, I will vlog. But I will never, like I said, constrict myself from creating any type of form form of content because I know who I am at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm always the friend who's taking the videos. I'm always the friend who's taking the pictures. And, you know, some of my ex-friends would make fun of me or just have certain jabs. One that triggers me the most is paparazzi. I hate being called paparazzi because I'm not fucking paparazzi, so don't call me that, okay? One of my ex-friends, whenever I'd want to take a picture or a video, would always be like, no paparazzi, no paparazzi. And that would make me feel some type of way because one, I'm not your fucking fan. And I say that in the way of like, you're not above me. Like as a friend, we're at the same level and you're not gonna claim that I'm the paparazzi and you're the fan and I'm like, whatever. I am fans of all my friends as long as you know that we are all equal. Nobody is above each other. But where you start trying to say no paparazzi is giving that you're a celebrity and I'm following you around trying to take pictures. That's what we're not gonna do. So it's like little comments like that where it's like no paparazzi or da-da-da. Like it makes me feel like I shouldn't be doing my passion when instead that's really the type of people that I shouldn't be around. I shouldn't have to walk on eggshells around you when you know damn well that your friend is literally a YouTuber, vlogs, and makes videos. So it's like, I get it sometimes when it's like you and your friend are just hanging out. You don't always want to vlog. You don't always want to have a camera on you at the same time. But instead of being like, no paparazzi, you can say, hey, I don't like being recorded all the time. And you know, if we're together, I'd enjoy if we just spent our time together instead of always recording. Do you see how instead of having a jab at your friend, you can come about it in a very adult way? Granted, we were 16 and 17, so I'm not holding it too much to that person. But at the same time, it's like, you don't understand the things that you say to people when they're young and when you're young and how it can stick with them through years and years and years, even after the fact. I'm always the friend that records, but I'm always the friend that, can you send that to me? Wait, can you send that video to me? I actually want to see it. Wait, exactly. That's the type of person that I am. So that's where it's just like, please don't make me feel some type of way because you don't want to properly voice your boundaries when it comes to me filming, even though you know I'm a content ass bitch and I'm a recording ass bitch. Thank you. I think in a sense it almost reflects the type of people that I was around anyways, and that my passion wasn't going to flourish around a bunch of people that make me feel some type of way when I am doing that passion. So take for example the title of this video. They'll make fun of you saying no paparazzi, but until I'm getting the brand deals, the sponsorships, and you know, the money that comes with content creating and actually being in the environment, then it's, oh yeah, you can record this. No, because you know it's my job now and you know I get paid. So why would I even bring you around to benefit from the fruits of my labor when you never even watered the plants in the first place during their growth period? That ate. Like I said, I like to think of it as the art of being yourself. And if you're a spiritual person, you'll understand where I'm coming from when I say this, but we are all spiritual beings experiencing life through the universe. Like the universe is experiencing the human experience through us. That's why it feels some type of way and it just feels so wrong to you when you're not going after your passion and you're people pleasing for everyone around you, because that is not what the universe had in sight for you. The universe already felt that experience through someone else and it wants to feel a different experience through you, which is why it is so important to be your most full authentic self, because when you're not doing the job and the purpose that you came here to do. When you are constantly following after everyone and never having an opinion of your own, that is when you will start to see that you really can't be happy. Even with my mom being like, do you have to record so much? I almost had to remind her like, please don't. You're not going to try to embarrass me and you already know that this is what I do. The reason why I say that is because as a creative, you know that when you're recording stuff, you are not going to include every single second of the video that you're recording. And that's something that's a little frustrating to try to explain to people who don't understand content creation, is that just because you're recording something doesn't mean that you're actually going to use it in the video. I could be recording something for Be Real. I could be recording something to, you know, if I'm talking like this, to have something over the screen at the same time to show an example or whatever. People don't understand sometimes, and that's why I had to tell my mom, like, you cannot be saying those comments to me, especially if you know that this is what I've been doing since I was a literal child, and also I'm getting paid from it now. So you really can't make a comment about don't record it, don't do this, don't do that, when you know that this has been my passion since I was a child, and now you're gonna try to interfere it by saying something that you know I don't want to hear. Like I said, as long as it's not personal, private, or intimate, I don't see the issue in recording. Of course, if there's new people around, I am going to let them know by some type of sense, hey, I am vlogging today, or even the people that I'm around, services that I go to, I specifically make sure to ask before I actually start recording, being like, hey, I am making a vlog, is it okay if I record? And also a lot of the times, what I've noticed is that when I don't record, I actually actually am more mad at myself when I was too scared to record something and I just said, no, it's okay. The person who's editing, me, I get mad at myself because I just missed out on an opportunity to have a cool shot in a video because I cared so much about what other people thought, even though their opinions don't matter. Until you actually blow up and you're successful, then people are going to continue to make fun of you. People are going to continue to think that you're cringe and think everything that you're doing isn't good. You really think, and I love using her as an example because it just felt like she was one of those regular people that blew up and their journey was actually documented on YouTube. And I'm talking about Doechii. You really think back then when Doechii was making that music that she thought it was gonna blow up right away and everybody was da-da-da? No. Doechii recorded her progress, and also her song Anxiety, that song was already posted on YouTube years before that. And then after that, it just blew up once she started, you know, making a name for herself. So that's what I like to tell myself is when I start feeling some type of way of, oh, this didn't perform well, oh, you never know. The power of something can blow up. Like the Pretty Little Baby, that song is from like the fucking 60s. Look at it now. You never know when in time, when in alignment, certain things are going to blow up because you are finally in alignment and you are finally not caring about what people think. People could say the same thing when it comes to my fitness account, but I'm just like, y'all, I don't like short form that much. I like my long form. Thank you. Again, all those people who now want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, don't let them, because they were not watering the plants during the growth season. So why should they enjoy the nice hearty watermelon that you just planted? No! For me personally, creating content will be a part of my life for the rest of my life. I have been creating content since I was 8-9 years old, and that's how I know it's my passion. Even as a child, uploading multiple times a week or just uploading whatever video and just knowing that that was my passion, and me doing it right now, having been consistent for going on 2 years, only missing a couple weeks here and there, but in general, being consistent for the past 2 years has shown me that I love watching myself grow up and I love watching myself evolve as time goes on. I've been doing this for over 13 years and already knowing that this is part of my passion, denying myself is like, why? Why would I deny myself when I already know this is part of my passion and knowing that this is what's also going to help me get into the rooms that I want to get into? Especially when it comes to interpreting in the future or even my graduation and showing you guys my life post-grad, I want to be able to be like, oh yeah, you want to see what I was doing in school? Go watch that vlog. I have it all posted already. So it's just like showing this is who I am, this is real, this is me, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, okay? And I'm gonna let the light shine on me. I'm gonna leave you with this last little saying just because this is what I truly believe in. People are always going to talk no matter if it's good or if it's bad. So you might as well do whatever the fuck you want. I think I've yapped enough, like I say in every single sit down video, because I do be yapping. But I really hope y'all enjoyed this video and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye y'all.